Now we get into picks that we don't necessarily like these people. I guess the Jets aren't that big of a deal, but so we got the Jets pick next. I guess we'll go through that. That's a Jet.
Hey guys, I'm Matt O'Leary from Matt O'Leary NY on YouTube, and you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY for all your New York Jets content. With the 4th pick in the draft, I am taking Ike Ekwonu, the offensive lineman out of NC State. To me, this is a perfect insurance policy for the Jets. They need more help on the offensive line to protect their quarterback, Zach Wilson. Mekhi Becton, who the Jets took in the first round in 2020, missed all of last year, and for year one of Ike Ekwonu, he can move in and play right guard. And then in 2023, you can decide if you want to continue on with Mekhi Becton in the fold. If he gets hurt again in 2020, maybe you move on from him and you ride out with Ekwonu and George Fant. Or if Mekhi Becton comes back this year and plays like he did as a rookie and is healthy, then you can let George Fant walk in free agency after the 2020 season, and you go forward with Ekwonu and Mekhi Becton as your bookend tackles. So I'm going with the offensive lineman here at pick 4.
So Ike, I love that name. Ike Ekwonu, man. He's another guy that ran pretty darn fast at this scouting combine. Those are your top 3 offensive linemen, right? That really is. You got Evan Neal, you got Ike, and then what's the other guy's name? I forget the third guy's name. But either way, those are your top 2 at least, right? Yeah, the third guy hasn't coming off yet. But either way, that's an interesting pick. I know the Jets are a team that can probably go anywhere. Another team that probably wouldn't be against trading back, maybe acquiring more picks, probably not against getting a playmaker at the wide receiver spot. This is a good pick. This is a solid player. Like I said, ran really fast, tested very well yesterday at the combine. So I'm sure seeing that kind of solidifies their pick even more so. I don't think that seeing him test yesterday kind of makes him nervous of making that pick. But how do you feel about Ike?
Yeah, I've seen other mock drafts where he's gone actually number 1 over Evan Neal. So that's another one that if he drops to you and you're the New York Jets, you need to protect Zach Wilson. You need to give him time. I mean, there are times last year where you saw that, okay, maybe he can do well, but then there are other times when he was just getting rushed and he was just throwing the ball up there for anybody to grab. So definitely a solid position to draft right there. You got to build in the trenches, especially when you have a young team. And I mean, that only helped their running game as well. I think they called him like the pancake machine in the run game, because this dude was just knocking dudes down all the time in the run game. So, I mean, that would only benefit. I mean, I don't even really know who their running backs are besides like Tevin Coleman, if he's even their starter. So it would only help them out with their run game. That would also help Zach Wilson out in the long run. So you can't go wrong with if Ike falls to you right there at number 4.
So they have Elijah Mitchell. Actually, I said that the only reason I know him is because he was like a 6th round pick, and I had him on my fantasy roster. So yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. But either way, there's nothing that you could tell me about this pick that I would be upset about. I think that this is, like you said, he could have went number 1. A great pick. The other guy I was thinking of is Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning also tested pretty well yesterday, so maybe he starts to creep up in people's boards. But I love this. Another guy that has versatility along the line. Something you're going to see a lot throughout this draft. Something I was talking about even before, Senior Bowl started, is that this is a very deep draft in the trenches, not just because they're good, but because they're very versatile. So I think that Ike kind of is the poster child of that for this draft. So I love this pick. Now the
everywhere. This is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning